All right, everybody, let's do this. All the signs. Okay, we're going to do a recording instead of a live video, just because I want to be saying, hello, how are you doing, every 3 or 4 seconds. Because sometimes that happens. It's not every 3 or 4 seconds. It would be every few minutes, but you guys get the gist. So hopefully everyone's having a good day. This is going to be for next Monday. So it's going to be the week starting next Monday. So March... let's see here, March 7th to the 14th. I knew that. Okay, so March 7th to the 14th, and we're going to start out doing this, guys. So you're going to be able to scrub through the video. Any point that you want to go to, I have labels. Okay, so we're going to start with Aquarius. All right, we're going to do 6 cards for you, Aquarius. We're going to be focusing on love, what's going to be happening for March 7th to the 14th, 2022. And we're also going to be focusing on spirituality for those of you out there. So let's see what we can come up with and go from there. Let me shuffle one more time. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we got here. So what's going to be happening in the week of March 7th to the 14th for love for Aquarius? Oh, right here. Okay, this is really cool. All right. So the week of love, we have, well, let me get your other cards here too. I won't flip them over yet. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna peek. I may peek a little bit, you know, it's kind of my job, but I'm gonna try to restrain myself. So here's what we got for the week of love for my Aquarians out there. We have 4 of Cups, okay, in reverse. We have 8 of Cups in reverse. And then we have 6 of Coins right here, okay? Now, when I see these cards, I immediately think that we're going to be walking away from a situation that we do not need anymore in our lives, but we're going to be having withdrawals from walking away from that situation. It's kind of like how when you watch too many Lifetime movies, you think everyone's a murderer. It's a little like that. But also, I would say this, the 8 of Cups in reverse here, you're needing to walk away from a situation that is not emotionally fulfilling. I started getting lightheaded there. This to me is going to be, we could be dealing with a cowardly partner or someone who's trying to keep us, someone who's trying to control us in a relationship. And it could be that we're trying to walk away from that, or we're trying to move on to something a little bit better for ourselves. And it doesn't sound like, a little bit better doesn't sound like it would be very hard to do, if you catch my drift here, because this doesn't seem like a good situation, okay? And then we have the 6 of Coins right here. This is really good because this is showing that in love, if we walk away from this situation, possibly from a toxic water sign, we literally could be saying, wow, look at all this money I have. No, but we could actually be having a situation where we're reaping what we sow. As soon as we put ourselves first, the universe does it too. The universe says, okay, I see what you're doing. Let's try this. Let's try doing something a little bit different. So, I think right here, this is really good. Basically, in love, what I'm feeling from the 7th to the 14th is going to be, if you are in a relationship, you're going to be focusing on possibly finding something better. Okay, we're looking for an upgrade, right? We're going to trade in the current model. We're going to go for something a little bit better. That is what I feel like could be happening there. 100%, 1,000%, 100,000%. But, I'm also feeling like we could be dealing with a fire sign here. Now, the fire sign is going to be a passionate person, okay, as fire signs tend to be. Not like my earth ass, which is very, well, you can tell by the sound of my voice, I'm thrilled right now. But we have this here. So when I see the 6 of Coins, again, this to me is saying that it's time for us to move on. Situations, we've outgrown them, okay? That's what I'm feeling here. Now, for those of you that are single, all the single ladies, if you like it, you should put a ring on it. I think that's how that goes. Weird Al Yankovic. So what I'm seeing here is going to be, if you're single, you're going to be focusing on putting yourself first. It's still the same message, but instead of dealing with a partner or getting out of a toxic situation, we could be dealing with ourselves and eliminating our toxic situation with us. Okay, self-sabotage is the real deal, and that's what I'm feeling here for you, Aquarius. So I would say, in this situation, go after whatever you feel like is right for you. But if you're feeling disrespected, and if you're feeling disrespected and like it's not your time to, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. Here we go. One more second, guys. Again, I'm really sorry. Trying to see if this is working. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, Aquarius. I had a situation there where something happened. I thought I was live, and I'm trying to do this video, recording it as a just like a give you guys a weekly reading kind of video. So anyway, basically be looking at self-love, be looking at boundaries. We talk about that a lot on the channel, but what it means is not being afraid to be selfish and stand up for what you believe in, okay? Let's look at the spiritual situation, though, and see what's going on here. I'm feeling lightheaded with this one, a little bit dizzy. So you could be dealing with a lot of energy focusing on change, right? And I don't mean the kind where you know, money, like pocket change. I mean the kind of change that has an impact here. I'm feeling like we've been pushing ourselves way too forcefully for way too long. And I've said it before, if you try and force a fart, what happens? You shit yourself, okay? Big surprise, I'm going to ruin it for you. Spoilers, you spoil it yourself. All over. So when I see the 10 of Swords, okay, followed by the 7 of Coins in reverse, or, you know, Gordon Ramsay in reverse, okay, this isn't cabbage, you know, I don't know. He insults nature. He judges nature on how well it grows carrots. And then we have 8 of Swords in reverse. So in the love realm, we have cups. We have a lot of cups with an earth. Okay, we have the 4 of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Cups in reverse, and the 6 of Coins upright. In this one, we have the mind. So spiritual concepts, we're focusing on more of the mind, more of the spirit. How are we treating ourselves? So 10 of Swords, followed by 7 of Coins in reverse and 8 of Swords in reverse. We're going through a time, this to me could be a dark night of the soul situation. We're realizing that we're no longer the victims we thought we were. We're starting to become stronger, and we're breaking out of habits that were holding us back. People, situations, events, we're deciding what it is that we want to do, and we're not feeling bad about that. And I think that's awesome, Aquarius. In fact, give me some of that. Mail it to me, whatever you need to do. Have it be small, because I can't handle too much of that stuff, but I think you guys got this. Honestly, I think you're doing really good. And I'm feeling like it's going to be a very stable week for you guys, as long as you focus on how you're feeling, when you're feeling it, and you focus on following the emotions back to source. A lot of times people will try to shame us for something has nothing to do with us, okay? It's them, right? People can only give you what's in their emotional fridge, and sometimes it's leftover hate, and so we have to kind of turn that into something else, right? Like spaghetti. That's good shit. Okay. So let me do this here, guys, and I'm going to move on to Aries. All right, Aries, let's do this here. Hopefully you guys are doing good. You guys know me, I would hope. But if you are new here, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I got this little down here. If you would like. I'm not going to be live on Wednesdays. The other days are right there. But besides that, I am hoping you guys are having a great, great day. Okay, this is going to be March 7th to March 14th of 2022. We're going to do 3 cards for love, and we're going to do 3 cards for spirituality, kind of what situations you're going through and how we can focus on resolving those situations. So stay tuned with me here as we get it going. All right. I can hear you guys saying how weird I am. You know what? I am. Don't know why that went away. I hit the wrong button. Damn. Here we go. I'm going to embrace the weird, you know? I'm the only me I know. Because it would be frightening if there was another one. Alright, guys. Let's do this here. So, love and spirituality for Aries, March 7th to March 14th, 2022. Let's do one more shuffle, and we'll see what's going on with you guys. Stay tuned. There we go. That was fresh as hell. All right. Okay, I'm going to be looking at this. I'm not going to turn over your spiritual cards, but your love cards, shit, I'm on that stuff. So we got this for love. We have 7 of coins in reverse. Okay, I'll explain that. We have 10 of coins in reverse. Then we have the Hermit. Okay. Now, 7 of coins in reverse, 10 of coins in reverse, and the Hermit, you're literally saying no to love. Like, you're saying no to love, you're saying no to getting in a relationship. I usually do singles and couples. This situation here, this is saying that you're on your own. And you're focusing on you, you're focusing on saying, you know what, I'm going to love myself, I'm going to focus on me in this situation. This could mean we're hermitized, right? Which is, you know, it's like basically actionizing hermits, right? We're hermitizing ourselves. So when I see the Hermit come up here, we could be dealing with possible Virgo. That could be causing us strife in the relationship, or we could have, and this is going to sound a little confusing, or we could have a Virgo possibly coming in who's helping us, because the 7 of Swords in reverse is a card that focuses on, I feel like it's a deceit card to the self. 7 of Swords normally is like someone is stealing from you. 7 of Swords in reverse to me is you're stealing from yourself. It could be happiness, it could be joy, it could be having thoughts that aren't leading anywhere, you know, like we're focusing mainly on trying to get things figured out. Even though we should be in the present moment, we're not in the present moment, so that could be something there. The 10 of coins in reverse, though, could be walking away from people and situations that no longer serve us. Again, and I know we had that for Aquarius just a second ago, but this is focus. I mean, with love, right? There's a lot of energy right here, right now. We're entering the age of Aquarius. I know Aries, you probably want to hear something a little bit different, age of Aries, but we're entering the age of Aquarius, and because of that, there's going to be a lot of shifts. You're going to be going through a lot. Not just you, but everybody. And this is going to be where we can find everlasting love, right? It can be something like that. But we have to focus on why we push people away that could be good for us. And that's what I'm seeing here. So why do we do that? Why do we do that? Let's follow why we do that back to something else. And if on the way it gets a little uncomfortable, the ride gets a little bit bumpy, I want you guys to remember, you got this, okay? Follow the emotions back to where they came from. Did it come from dear old mom or dear old dad, right? Did we have something go on there where there was absent parents, or maybe they were too much for us to handle? That can actually go into our love lives pretty readily. Like, you would be surprised at how hard that carries up. I don't know what I was trying to say there. You'd be surprised how that can affect you. How something from your childhood, parents that were there, parents that weren't there, can affect you in your adulthood. And it may not have been fair what happened, but we get to be the ones that clean this up. And as we're doing so, we get to reparent ourselves and learn. Anyway, let's look at the spiritual part. All right. So here's the spiritual. So we have 6 of coins. Okay. We have strength. We have 3 of coins. All right. Strength is in reverse, 6 of coins is in reverse, and 3 of coins is upright. So, here's what I get. Six of Coins in reverse. You're probably thinking something, I would imagine. No, Six of Coins in reverse. This to me is going to be a card where we're not reaping what we sow. Meaning I don't feel like we're making good choices at this point in time. Yes, I'm calling you guys out. Doesn't mean I'm making good choices either. Please don't shoot the messenger. But that's what I'm seeing here. It feels to me like there has been an argument over breakfast, right? A psychic impression coming in for you, Aries. As you're watching this, March 7th to the 14th, there's going to be an argument over breakfast, and it's going to feel like it's going to be something that's small, but it's going to be irritating. That's what I'm feeling here. And that's you're going to need to follow that back and see, why do we get upset over these things? Because I hear in your mind you're saying it's something minor, it's something small. Why am I getting upset? And we have to find where that leads to, where that stems to. A lot of times, if we have an emotion, writing about that emotion helps us to figure it out in a pretty big way. It's not like this minor little thing. It actually helps us to figure shit out in a good way. And then if we take that paper, we burn it, okay? Boom. We just started a fire. But seriously though, this to me is going to be a good situation. You could be dealing again, because we have the earth sign coming in for the love reading, but in the spiritual part, we could be dealing with maybe a difficult parental figure. So it could be a grandparent, an uncle, an aunt, or a mother or father. And if that's the case, then yeah, those are kind of difficult to deal with. But strength in reverse is someone's making us not feel like we are powerful or we're strong. And it's not us. Someone is in our reality and telling us how to be in our reality. Last I checked, I'm pretty sure that's not something people have a right to do. I'm just spitballing here. Whatever that means. I think it's like when you have a spitball and you stick it to something and you see what sticks. We're going to go into detail on weird things today, guys. So, Three of Coins right here is going to be you still being on the up and up, you still trying to do what it is that you need to do. Maybe even saving up for someone's birthday that might not be the best person. You know, maybe very mean, may have different tendencies here, but it's like we're saving up for something and we're hoping that it turns out good. But I'm going to say right now, guys, if you're saving up for somebody that isn't going to appreciate it, maybe spend that on yourself. Spend that on yourself. Have a little spa day. Spa day. Spa day. Have something. Have something there. I think it would be a good idea to just spoil yourself, you know? And instead of focusing on other people, focus on yourself. So basically right here, if we're dealing with a difficult Leo or possibly a difficult Virgo, please stand up for yourself. Realize that you are important in relationships regardless, okay? Without you, there are no relationships for you. And so you're you're at least 50% of the connection. So if we can focus on our stuff and get that resolved, we're golden. So that's what I'm seeing here. Aries, I'm going to move on to Cancer here. So there we go. Hello there, Cancer. We're going to be doing your love reading from March 7th to March 14th, 2022. And we're going to be doing 3 cards for love and 3 cards for spiritual stuff. All right? And this is going to be something I think we'll have some fun with. So hopefully all my Cancers out there are doing well. We're trying these videos to do a weekly, just to have you guys get something here. And also, if you guys want to, you can check out my website, ChanceStarot.com. As we speak, I am getting it developed. And I am having a hell of a fun time. I haven't been this enthusiastic about the project. I mean, as you can tell right now, I am positively off the wall with excitement. But I haven't been this excited about a project in a while, and so I would love you guys to check out the website, ChanceStarot.com. It is not a terrible idea for you to check out the website. However, it would be... please, just look at it. It doesn't take much for me to start begging, but that's one of the things. All right, let's see what we got for Cancer for love. Okay. So, Cancer, when it comes to love, here is the answer Don't push or shove. So we've got Queen of Coins in reverse here. Okay. And then we have Eight of Swords in reverse. This card's been coming up here. This was in, I think, the Aquarius reading. I'm sorry, I'm yawning, guys. And then we have Queen of Swords right here. So we have Eight of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Coins in reverse. So looking at these cards here, you could be dealing with difficult air or earth signs or placements in our chart. That could be something too. I'm not into the astrology as much as I probably should be, right? But somebody out there would say that there's something going on with the placements. That's what I'm feeling here. So for those that have Virgo in their charts, like ascending or moon, I feel like we're going through a difficult time, possibly focusing on things returning that we thought we resolved. Okay, it could be an ex, but more than likely, it feels like it's a state of being for us. It's like we return to how we used to be, and we thought we were over it, or we thought we were done. But a lot of times we go deeper into these issues, these problems, or these ways of being, and it's so that we can expose the parts of ourselves that are the most raw and vulnerable. So you can view this as a regression, or you can view this as a rubber band that's pulling us back to help us propel forward at really high speed, like scary fast, like when you're in a dream and you're cranking up to the atmosphere there and you're just kind of hanging on for dear life. I used to have a dream that I was stuck in my dad's truck when I was a little kid, and the truck just kept driving. It just kept driving. I couldn't stop it. I just was like, the truck was like, I'm gonna go, and I was in the truck and I couldn't stop it, and it was the scariest thing when I was a kid. Anyway, so you could be dealing with something here. We could be putting ourselves in a situation where we feel like we have to be a certain way. We feel like we have to do this, we have to do that, and we could be hanging our heads low. When I see this, the Eight of Coins in reverse, to me that's kind of what it's saying here. And then we could be looking at a Libra situation here. We could be looking at a Libra situation, and this person could come along in your life and be like, I'm your destiny. I'm your destiny. That's what I'm hearing. And as I'm hearing that, I'm thinking, no, you're just dusty. You're just a dusty person with dusty problems, okay? When I say dusty, I'm talking about someone that when you're done dealing with them, you have to wash your hands because that's how sticky their energy is. So that's the kind of situation here. A person here that would think they're God's gift to the world. I mean, everyone is, but this person specifically is like, you know what? You can't return me. I'm here. And you would want an Amazon gift card instead, because those you can use on Amazon. You can buy anything on there. Anything except for my dignity. That's for free. All right, so the Queen of Swords here. We need to focus more with the love situation. We need to allow ourselves to be vulnerable. When we're feeling like we can do that, that's something that we need to do. I have a sense that we're focusing more on allowing other things to get in the way of love or vulnerability because we want to have a relationship, but we don't want to do any of the hard work. Okay, again, I'm calling you out. It's okay. It's okay. We all do this. Not me, but other people I've heard. So that's kind of what we're talking about here. I feel like you're dealing with people that could be strong-willed, okay? They could be irritating and possibly going back to a way of being. Maybe we're looking at love in a negative way and we don't want to, but it's okay. It's okay if we feel kind of fed up with love for a minute, because that usually means we've gotten out of a relationship or we're just focusing on us. So hopefully if that's the case, focus on you and focus on your own sense of spiritual, physical, and emotional development, because that's gonna help you. That's gonna help you. So let's look at the spiritual part for you. That card. These cards have been coming up like crazy. We're going through a damn theme here. All right, so in the spiritual part, we got Six of Coins in reverse. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Both of these cards have already come up, and I'm only on the third sign. They've come up in the other readings. So that's interesting. So when I see, and then we have the Ten of Wands, okay? That's what it looks like when it's upright. But you guys don't get that. You get this. So Six of Coins in reverse, Four of Cups in reverse, and Ten of Wands in reverse. This, to me, is definitely saying that we're in a place where we're not getting what we want to get out of our spiritual development or out of our life. Let's say life in this situation. Maybe we're looking for a new job, or maybe we're looking for another job. We're looking for a way to make money that doesn't force us to give up anything in the process. Something has to be given up, though, be it time, energy, effort, whatever it happens to be, but you'll get something out of it too. It's not like you're giving it up for nothing, but I do feel like it's like this exchange that's going on in our heads, but we're not letting ourselves do the exchange. We're focusing more on how it can benefit us in the immediate, right? But this is going to take time. And it feels like we're going to be working for ourselves. That's kind of why I'm saying the immediate right here. It feels like we're going to be working for ourselves, and if we're doing that, if we are working for ourselves, it takes time. It takes time to build stuff up. And that's the thing. When you go to work for a company, it's kind of right there. You know how much you're going to get paid, and it's an hourly rate. And considering if it's a good company, you're going to get paid on time, things are going to happen, blah, 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 blah. But in this situation here, in this situation right here, it's basically saying, give it time. Focus on that. Four of Cups and Ten of Wands in reverse. Maybe we focused a little too much on letting things slide, and so now we have to kind of come back to center. This basically could mean, and it could mean maybe we went through a depressive episode, or maybe we went through something recently, a dark night of the soul even. But because we went through this situation, it can make it really difficult for us to understand kind of who we are and what we stand for. And jobs and stuff like that would be difficult from this, because a lot of us are asking, what's my purpose? How do I do this? You know, we want to feel something so strongly. We want to feel it in our bones. We want to feel something that moves us, that helps us get up in the morning. And our purpose, in my opinion, is not to do anything that is beyond ourselves, okay? The universe wants to experience us as us. It doesn't want to experience us as somebody else. It doesn't want us to reach for things that are unbelievably difficult. You know, it wants us to be us. It wants us to be happy, or at least in a peaceful state, right? So in this situation here, I'm going to say give yourself some space to figure things out. But it seems like something's calling on you quick, and it seems like maybe it's financial, maybe it's money, but it could also be other people trying to get your attention. And so if that's the case, if other people are trying to get your attention, maybe a party or maybe something's going on, go to the party. Have fun with that party if that's something you feel like doing. But I feel like we need to get out of our own heads, and we need to focus more on the right now moments. Because if we don't do that, there's not going to be later moments, because we're not focusing on the now. So that's what I'm getting here. Also, I feel like there could be a celebration coming up too. Feels like the only thing I'm getting is a celebration. So I'm going to say that, and then I'll leave you guys with that. I'm going to go to Capricorn now, kind of dance around, shift around. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a good one. I'll be doing this again on March 14th to the 21st. That's fun. Okay. See you, Cancers. Hello, Capricorn. How are you doing? This is March 14th this is March 7th to March 14th, 2022 love reading. And this is going to be something you guys can look up here to see that. It probably is a little bit bigger than it needs to be. I'll maybe change the size. But I'm doing that so you guys can scrub through the video and find the other signs, or your sign, super easy. You just go to this one. And it helps me to keep track of things too. And then I don't have to upload 12 videos and edit 12 videos and make tags for 12 videos, update descriptions for 12 videos. You understand what I'm saying here? Good Lord. Good Lord. Okay, anyway. So, with moving on to that, said that weird. We're going to do 3 cards for love, 3 cards for spiritual development, or just spirituality in general. Basically, where is your life going? Where is it headed? And sometimes that can touch on love as well, but it's basically like anything else, usually. So, Capricorn, pop a squat, and if you want to, visit ChanceStarot.com. It's a new website, you guys. My services are offered on there, and I'll be adding more and more as time goes on. but I'm super excited about this website. I designed it myself, and I design all my websites myself, but this one's got a nice flow to it so far, and I'm excited. So if you guys want to check that out and look on there, go for it. I offer my services to thee. Okay, so Capricorn. Let's look at love for the Cappies. All right, that's you, Capricorn. Also capybaras. Yep. All right. So what are we doing here, Capricorn, for love? Not a love reading right here. I'm pulling these cards here. There's swift energy moving in. There could be someone moving in. There could be some energies moving in here. But let's look. So we get 9 of coins. The 90th of coins. All right. 9 of coins is financial independence. Interesting that your very first card in the love reading is financial independence. It's a little more money focused than I feel like we should be, but I digress. 5 of wands in reverse. Okay. An ace of swords. We're working on bringing in a new partner. I feel like we're still in a relationship with the old partner. We are getting sick and tired of their bullshit. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say the word sick. But we're getting tired of them. We're getting tired of how they mistreat us or what they're doing in the relationship. And we've tried talking with them. And I feel like there could be some breakups with the Capricorns coming up here. And then I'm seeing ice. I'm seeing ice coming up. So you're going to feel like you're being cold-hearted when you do this, Capricorn. You're not. You're focusing on you and what you need, okay? If we're not happy in a relationship, we don't get a second chance at life. We don't, at least that I'm aware of, right? And my name's even Chance, and I don't even get a second one. It'd be kind of weird if we collected one-ups like in Mario, Super Mario Brothers. Why did I need to say the whole thing? You guys know what I'm talking about. There's a banana peel in the background. Right over there. Anyway. So 9 of coins. And I'm hearing like junk. So maybe we're cleaning stuff out too of this person. So we're literally saying, I don't want to be with this person. I want to get this stuff out of me, out of my situation. Having a fun time with words today. But it's moving on. It's moving on in love, and it's focusing on something else. There could be a situation here where there's fighting. The 5 of wands is kind of a card where it can be friendly. It can be a friendly sparring match, but when I see it in reverse, it's like it's not friendly. It hasn't been friendly for a while. It's like you're fighting, not for survival. I don't feel like it's not going to be an amicable breakup necessarily, but it's going to be more messy than we were anticipating. And Capricorns have a hard time with certain emotions. One of those emotions is, I feel like kind of expressing anger in a healthy and positive way. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with anger, but for some reason I feel like Capricorns have this fear of strong emotions when it comes to anger. Again, right? Tauruses are perfect, and Capricorns, yeah. Just going to say that right there. So, let's move on to the spiritual concepts here, and we'll focus on this. Okay, so, and again in love, if you're in a situation you want to get out of the situation. We only get one chance at this life. I mean, not anything else. We only get one chance, and I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to focus on things that make you happy, make you excited. If you're not feeling contented, excited, happy, or at least peaceful in your life, or respected or appreciated, get out of that situation, in my opinion, and focus on finding love that you feel like would stick, that you feel like would be a good option for you. Okay. So, we have this for spiritual things or things going on in our life. Starting off with the 9 of Swords, it's a little rough right here, starting off. Then we get the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, and it looks like it's upright, but it's normally upside down. It's one of those cards when you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, this isn't a bad card. And then you're like, oh, shit, it's upside down. Okay. And then we get the Six of Wands in reverse. So there's a lot going on here. There's probably some insomnia going on, not being able to sleep. Chakras being activated, lower back is hurting. Maybe there's numbness in the extremities as well, because I was feeling like that. And then I'm seeing a Libra individual. Either this Libra individual is helping us or they're hurting us. But it feels like there's something here where there's a Libra. And maybe we're recovering from being sick, so I'm seeing like I'm throwing up, and it feels like I'm sick. Or it feels like I'm not feeling good. And then I'm seeing a trash bag, which to me is saying like we're putting our emotions, we're putting stuff in there, and we're putting it on hold. We're putting it on hold. We're not expressing ourselves in the moment how we want to. The Nine of Swords, yes, it's an insomnia card. It's a difficult card. You look at this card, and it can be insomnia, it can be anxiety, but it's someone holding themselves, and you see these red lines kind of converging in on them. And that's a scary thing. That's a scary thought. We get the Hanged Man in reverse. This is not seeing a situation from a different perspective, okay? And then the Six of Wands here is not allowing ourselves to celebrate anything. I feel like we're focused so much on possibly feeling bad for ourselves that we don't take the time out to appreciate the things that are happening that are good, you know? And Capricorns, I know you're serious. I know you're very serious people. Love that about you guys, because you get shit done. You guys get shit done. But we need to celebrate the everyday, not in an over-exaggerated way, just like a birthday party every day with Christmas attached on the end. No, but seriously, we need to celebrate more. We need to celebrate life more, because it's essentially life is one big celebration. But we decide if we're going to show up for that celebration every single day that we wake up. It doesn't mean there's not going to be bad days, but it means when there is bad days, realize that we're still alive and we're still experiencing life. We're still learning. And that to me is important, okay? We just need to focus on the happy parts of life in a way that's positive. Doesn't mean don't express the bad. It doesn't mean that. But when we are having a bad day, what are some things we can be grateful for, okay? That's going to be important for us. Name 3 things that you can be grateful for. And then another 47. 3 things, okay? 3. It can be physical items. It can be, having internet. It can be food. It can be a family member. It can be a person in your love life. Whatever it happens to be, focus on the things that you're grateful for, and that will start to lift your mood. Okay. Thank you, Capricorn, for watching. I'm going to move on to the next one here. Toodaloo, guys. Hello there, Gemini. How are you guys doing? So, this is March 7th to March 14th. You're not going to get me again. No way, confused brain. So, March 7th to March 14th. Can you believe that? How time flies. And we're going to be doing 3 cards. 3 cards for love, and then 3 cards for spiritual or kind of like life development. Like what's going on in life? What can we do? Basically, problem solution is what I'm seeing here. Sometimes love comes up in that as well, but most times it's about us focusing more on whatever's going on. Just whatever we need to hear the most. So let's do this here. 3 cards for Gemini. And guys, if you would like, check out my website, ChanceStarot.com. I made a website. It's fun. I'm doing it. And it's exciting. It really is cool. Okay, guys. Let's do one more shuffle here. Okay. So... wow, that's a hell of a love reading. I'll show you here in a second. And then I'll lay down the spiritual cards too. Won't peek at them yet though. I won't look. I won't. I'm a good boy. That's not true. That's not true. I open the bags of popcorn before they're even popped. Like any of them, and I just eat the kernels. Those sweet buttery kernels. You guys are learning more about me than you need to. Okay, so for the love part, Gemini, we get the Star card here. Okay, we get the Fool card here. And then we get the Hanged Man in reverse. Now, I do feel like we could be dealing with an Aquarius, possibly a Pisces, kind of individual here. Maybe we're even stuck between the two of these people. The Aquarius, I feel like, can give us hope, which is weird because Aquariuses normally don't do that. But what I'm seeing here is there could be something where we could have two kind of situations here. Maybe the Aquarius's name even starts with a D or starts with an N. Feels like a D or an N, or maybe that's for the Pisces as well. Any one of them is reversed and switched around. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. So the Fool card is wanting to start again. This Fool card here is saying, I'm ready to start again. I'm ready to go out there and see what I can do. See what kind of situations I can be in. And this is good. This is really good because it's showing that you're developing character and you're getting stronger in your sense of love and in your love language. I feel like this last year, up to this year, you were so focused on basically how to love other people that you didn't focus on how to love yourself. And so your relationships were not good relationships. And now you're starting to focus on getting things moving again. And I saw a heater, which to me is a psychic impression, is like you're getting ready to thaw out. You're getting ready to focus on what makes you happy, get rid of what doesn't. And in relationships here, this is absolutely golden. I'm also hearing that in this relationship, maybe that Pisces ghosted you, or there could be something with this. The Pisces individual doesn't seem to me like to be a good sign. The Hangman in reverse. I'm thinking, no. I'm thinking we're refusing to see something in a different perspective. This person wasn't good for you. That's what I'm seeing here. This person wasn't good for you, and they probably like to eat spiders. I don't know. It just seems like something that this person would do. So that's what I'm seeing for the Pisces. So this is really good, though, because the Star card, even though it can represent Aquarius as well, it represents new hope, and then the Fool card represents a new beginning. So things are moving for you. Things are looking good. Things are looking good. It's, yeah, I think this is really good, Gemini. I'm proud of you for focusing on you and allowing yourself to do this. You're one of those people that when they say they're going to do something, you do it. I mean, good Lord. So many people are like, oh my God, I can do this. They never do. You're someone that you don't shit talk, and I appreciate that, Gemini, because sometimes Geminis can do that. Sometimes Tauruses are stubborn, though. Every time I throw out shade to any of the signs, I have to say something about Taurus that is absolutely true. We're stubborn and we're beautiful. I hate being called beautiful, so that's one of the negatives. I swear I'm shuffling these cards. You guys would not believe it. You guys would think, oh, he's not shuffling the cards very well. I keep getting the same cards for each reading, either reverse or what. Anyway, you don't care. You're here for your Gemini reading. Okay. So, spirituality, what's going on in your life? Where can we focus? We get the 9 of Coins in reverse. We get the 9 of Swords in reverse. And we get the 10 of Wands right here. This is a lot of energy, isn't it? This is a really, really strong amount of energy. 9 of Coins in reverse, we're not feeling independent. We're not feeling strong. In love, we're feeling good. Things could be moving for us. We could have something. There could be someone named Matthew in the love situation too. Or like, I'm getting a lot of names. 9 of Coins in reverse and the 9 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Swords in reverse I don't see as a bad card. But 10 of Wands, it's kind of like we're putting ourselves in a situation where we're dealing with a lot, and I don't feel like we need to. I feel like if we handled things a little bit at a time, we'd have more success. But there tends to be this thing where we overload ourselves. Good Lord, right? That was hard for me to say. There tends to be something where we overload ourselves and we don't get anything done because we have to get everything done. And when we do that and we think that way, there's Trixie. She's a cutie. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it. Beautiful. Man, she's graceful. She's graceful. When I try to jump up there, I do get to the food, but it's not the same. But what I'm seeing here is we need to focus more on our independence. How do we feel when we're alone, right? What drives us to seek out other people or situations or events? What's like our main thing, right? It feels like we're focusing more on introspection, and you need to understand that, like I said earlier, feeling like you have to get everything done before you can get anything done. You're stressing yourself out, and then when you fail, you blame yourself. You blame yourself and say, "See, I told you. See, this isn't it. I told you I would fail." But you're setting yourself up for it, Gemini. And I feel like if we could focus more on allowing yourself to be, at least somewhat happy in these moments, focusing on allowing yourself to feel whatever it is you need to feel, and basically unburdening yourself as much as you can, because it does feel like you put the weight of the world on your shoulders, and then you complain how heavy it is, right? And it's like, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to put the weight of the world on your shoulders. Other people can help you. Get people you trust, get people that you know you can trust, and allow them to help you. Allow them to help you. I want you guys to be successful. And the main theme of this reading to me feels like hope, if I can say anything about that. So, I think you guys will do just fine. Nine of Swords in reverse to me is you're trying to look at things in a different way when it comes to life situations. But we could still be dealing with anxiety, with depression, with insomnia. And that's okay. Any of those things are okay. Just treat yourselves with kindness along the way. So that's what I'm seeing here. Let's move on to our next reading. See you later, Gemini. Thank you guys for tuning in. And let's do this. Hey there, Leo. What do you know? How are my Leos doing out there? I know we got some Leos out there. I know we do. I spy on every single one of you, and all of my children are special. But let's do this here. Let's see what we can come up with, guys. So this is your love reading, Leo. Should lead with that, shouldn't I? Leading the Leo. This is your love reading from March 7th to March 14th of 2022. And we're going to be focusing on love with 3 cards, and we're going to be focusing on what's going on in your life. Possibly it's love related, possibly it's not. We're going to be focusing on what's going on with your life. How can we improve? How can we improve that? So stay with me here. Stay tuned for this. And we'll see what we can do. Okay. And you guys, if you want to, check out my website, ChanceStarot.com. Made it myself. I'm super proud of it, and I offer my services and stuff on there. Check it out if you want to. It's I'm going to be adding more and more stuff as time goes on, like a normal person. And I'll just be adding more. So let's look at let's do one more shuffle. One more shuffledy for the Leos, and that'll be enoughy. Enoughy is a word. I did look it up before I started this stream. It's something I use a lot, so I have to make sure. It's a Winnie the Pooh word, which, it's not grammatically accurate, but it's a word. All right, what's going on with love for Leo? Let's take out the V in love, rearrange the letters, swish them around a little bit, and we got Leo right there, don't we? All right. This card here has been coming up damn near constant. And it's in the love reading. I think this is the third or fourth. No, it's the second or third time I think it's come up. So we have this. We have Judgment in reverse. I look at this card. Did I make the right decision? Did I make the right decision? You're thinking about something pretty heavily, and you're focusing on, did I make the right move? So this to me could be, we got back with an ex. We got back with an ex, and it might be just for the sex, you know what I mean? It might just be that kind of situation. Not throwing shade to Leos, but that's what I'm seeing here. Then we get this card, the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. Refusing to see situations from a different perspective, and the Nine of Wands in reverse. So here's what I see here. You're hoping that the situation that you're in is a good situation. And as long as it's going well, even if it's with an ex, I say go for it. No skin off my back. Some skin off my back. A little bit of skin. Tiny piece of skin. But when I see this here, the Hangman in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, and in fact every one of these is in reverse, possibly making a decision that maybe we felt pressured or we felt rushed into something, and we're trying to focus on allowing ourselves to breathe and to be in the moment with this person, but the back of our mind we're thinking, why am I doing this? What's going on here? So we're not focusing on this relationship. And for those of you that are single, if I'm looking at this reading, I would say that we're focusing on, I shouldn't be saying this part yet because I feel like it goes into the other part, but we could be focusing on moving, finding a new place. But finding a new place is primarily for love. That's what I feel. We're trying to find something new. Maybe we burned bridges other places, and we're trying to find something that fits for us. And that's good. That's really good to hear. I see like Rhoda from Mary Tyler Moore? She had her own spin-off show, and I watched a lot of TV when I was a kid. So yeah, it did burp. Yes. So I did watch a lot of TV as a kid, but the Rhoda show, she was an independent woman. She was a strong, independent woman, and she was trying to make her way in the world. And whether we're a man or a woman, I think seeing that kind of stuff is really encouraging, right? I know it was a TV show, but bear with me here. So we're making our way in the world, and we're focusing on what makes us excited in life. And with love, you're wanting a new love interest. You're wanting something where you can wake up and feel like your partner is next to you, or you can wake up and feel like you're not alone. And that to me is an important thing for you guys to experience. And you want to have that softness, because I'm feeling, Leo, you guys have this exterior of this pride and this strength, but deep down you are just little teddy bears, little kittens. By the way, what do you call a bear without teeth? A gummy bear. All right, you guys heard that here. Funniest dad joke I've heard in a minute. So let's move on to spirituality, though. Let's look at this. We have so many of the same cards popping up here. So spirituality, we have Four of Cups. We're needing to rest. We're needing to take it easy. We could be pushing off too much. We could be pushing ourselves too much. And then we have Ten of Wands right here in reverse. We're trying to unburden ourselves. We're trying to focus on what that means for us. And I think that that's a really important thing, focusing on what this means for us. So Ten of Wands in reverse, we're trying to rest and unburden ourselves, but life has a way of hitting us when we're down. And this isn't something that is necessarily negative, but it's focusing on a lot of things coming in. And it feels like we just need to rest and take a break, but it's like in those cartoons, that damn drippy faucet when you're trying to fall asleep. That's what I feel like your situation is right now. You're looking at that damn faucet, you're like, what's going on over there? But you know it's the leaky faucet. You know the universe is going to send you things that are going to drive you nuts sometimes. But that's kind of life, isn't it? Right? Unless I'm doing it wrong. By all means, I could totally be doing it wrong. But last I checked in my manual, my friend Emmanuel, he says that life is it's meant to be lived and explored. And so that's something that I feel like is pretty important there. We do have this card here for life. And then I heard like a dinging sound, not outside of my head, but inside of my head. That sounds weird. So we have the Chariot card here, and as soon as I saw that, I heard a ding. And to me, that ding, it could mean my Hot Pockets are done. But more than likely, it could be very, very fast-moving energy. Possibly a Cancer is coming in here, or someone is coming in to help you. I'm hearing purpose, and I'm hearing the word promise. And so it's like someone promising that they're going to help you, or someone that's going to be there for you when nobody else is, possibly, right? I honestly feel right now that this situation is a really good situation, because we're dealing with someone who can be very sweet and very kind, but someone who won't allow you to beat yourself up. It feels like a bigger sister figure would be what I would describe it as, or like a... It doesn't feel like a mother. It feels like either a big sister energy or a friend that feels like a big sister. But there's respect for this person. And like I said, they could be a Cancer or a water sign kind of individual. Cancer or Pisces, it feels like either one is Nices, right? So that's what I'm getting here. And I'm hearing the words together and unite and harmony, which to me is focusing on allowing yourself to feel those things. Okay, it's not just an emotion that people talk about. It can actually be a reality. It can be something that can be in your life, but we need to focus on the areas where we feel guilty or guilt or shame or whatever that happens to be. And I feel like you guys are going to do really well here. It's a good reading, but with love. If I could sum up this reading, the love and the spirituality part, in one word, it would be basically learning to be still, learning to rest, whether it's with love or anything else. Your love situation looked good. It looks good. But the life situation, if love looks good, we want to have life looking good too, because those two kind of go hand in hand. Dead love isn't the kind of love that we need or want. But that's what I'm seeing here, guys. So hopefully that makes sense. And comment down below. Check out my website, like I said. And remember to be kind to yourselves. Okay, let's move on to Libra. Hello there, Libra. This is your reading from, March 7th to March 14th, 2022. We're going to be doing a love reading for you. 3 cards up top, 3 cards down below. And what these 3 cards do, the first 3 are about love, the situations that are in them, and how we can interpret that. The other 3 cards down below, those are going to be about spirituality, or basically where can we improve in life, or what can we improve on in life. So if we're having issues or problems, what are those problems and what are the solutions? Okay, so bear with me here as I shuffle the cards and check out that website. ChanceStarot.com. I finally did it. It matches with the name. I gave myself a new banner on YouTube. I changed up my profile picture. I'm doing it, guys. I'm in it to win it. And I'm not winning yet, but I'm getting to closer to the finish line than I ever had. The winish line. So let's look here. See what we can come up with. By the way, if you guys want to, comment down below, what the hell's your favorite movie? Okay, Libras always seem to have an interesting taste in like movies, and it's kind of like the academic world in movies. So I swear to God, though, if it's a documentary about school, I don't want to hear that. Give me something that's it's like Libra, but not super hard nerdy Libra, just like general Libra. All right, and then I have to say something about Taurus, because that's my sign. Our farts don't smell as bad as you think they would. They sound a lot louder, though. A lot louder. We're talking some screamers. All right, let's do this here. One more shuffle. 6 cards for Libra. Here we go. Wow, okay. Damn, Libra. You couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? So, we get the Sun card right here. And then we get the World card right here. And then we get the Knight of Cups. So seeing these... Here, let me do this. I'm just going to move stuff around. So seeing the Sun card, the World card in reverse, and the Knight of Cups in reverse, we could be feeling... and then my ear's starting to ring. We could be feeling... pretty strongly. We could be feeling some positive energy here. This could be stepping out of a situation in love where we didn't feel cared for. This could actually be a relationship. Maybe we haven't had a relationship for a long time and we're in one now, or we're getting ready to start one, or we went on to Tinder and we found that chicken dinner, so to speak. And basically what I'm seeing here is it could be that you're doing hookups. More power to you if you can do that, because I you know, it's not my thing, but I think if people want to experience that, both people understand what's going down, okay? I think it's absolutely awesome. And it's empowering. It can be empowering. Just, you know, be safe, everybody. But the Sun card here and the World card in reverse, it could be that our outlook on love it's looking better. It is looking better. But then we get out into the dating world, or we get out into the dating pool, and we realize that it's not as easy as we thought it would be. It feels like we're out of the game for a minute. We're getting excited. We're gonna be back in the game. My mouth is spazzing a little bit. So we're getting excited. We're gonna be back in the game, and this to me feels good. It feels like a good situation. It doesn't feel like it's a rushed kind of situation. It feels to me like you're taking things slow, but don't let other people rush you during this process. If we're in that dating world, if we're trying to get out there, don't let other people rush you, okay? You rush them first. No, can you imagine? Basically, if you're feeling really anxious about something and someone's trying to push you even more into whatever it happens to be, take a minute and realize that a lot of issues don't need to be resolved super, super fast. People can be impatient, is what's going on, and you get to guide that, however that is. So step out in the dating world, realize that you do have the power, and you get to decide how fast the relationship moves. I mean, both people do, but especially both people, but you get to set the pace. The other person can either match that pace or set it as well, and then you can match that pace. Do you understand? And I feel like that's going to be something that can be a good thing, but if it's not resonating with you, if a person isn't resonating with you, see your worth and say, I'm going to step away from this situation. We may want to get in a relationship with the first person we're with and think that's it for us, but I feel like experimenting, going out in the world and seeing what is out there before we find somebody is going to be important. We need to kind of try different things. We need to see if this dish over here measures up to this one over here. We need to find what we like and what we don't like. And that's what the dating world can bring us. All right, let's look at the spiritual part of this. Okay, so in the spiritual part, focusing on that, we got 7 of coins, okay, with the 3 of swords in reverse, and the 8 of wands in reverse, okay? Now, I'm not going to keep holding the cards up because my arms get super tired. These are noodly bastards right here. You know what I mean. By the way, my shirt says nerdy by nature. So true. I mean, wow. I saw this shirt and I said, I'm going to wear this every day until I die. And so far, I'm getting close. Okay, so 7 of coins, 3 of swords in reverse, 8 of wands. This is good. You're fostering new habits and new ways of seeing the world, okay? This could also be getting over health situations that you've been going through. I feel like it could be the hand or the wrist. There could be something with the hand or the wrist. There could also be something with... I had my appendix taken out, and so I was focusing on the scar I have on my stomach. And I think that you could be having something there too. This to me could be an actual surgical issue, like we need to go have surgery, or we need to do something like that. But the 3 of swords in reverse is good. That's a good card. It means we're recovering from heartbreak, or we're already recovered. We're focusing on good things coming in. The 8 of wands in reverse, though, this card to me is saying that I feel like this card to me, if I'm looking at it, I feel like this is a card that blocks motion. So things are moving and going well, but maybe something is scaring us. Maybe we're waiting for the other shoe to drop, so to speak, or we're waiting for something to happen that I don't feel like is going to happen, but we could tend to worry. So things are going well, or things are getting better in our lives, but there tends to be this waiting for the other shoe to drop mentality, and that can make it really difficult for us to try and have a normal kind of life. This is Yoshi. I don't know, I think he's cute. What do you guys think? Where can I set him? I'll do it. Okay. Okay. So focus on the here and now. I understand we want to focus on what's coming next. What's funny though is you can have 1,000 thoughts about what to do if something bad happens, and then it happens, the thing that we were thinking about that's bad happens, and it happens in a way we were not prepared for. I've learned over time that my imagination makes worry much, much bigger than it actually is. I've rarely come into a situation where the thing that I thought would happen happened. And when it did happen, it was something that I didn't even think of. It was like, oh, that can go wrong. But that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm saying. Focus on the here and now and what's going on around you, and don't let your imagination lead you astray. Okay? You guys got this. So Libra, that's your reading. Toodaloo, take care, and all that shit. And check out my website, ChanceStarot.com. See you guys there. I'm not good at winking. I'm not good. I can wink both eyes at once. I think they call that blinking, but it's about as good as it gets for me. Let's move on to our friend Pisces right here. All right, Pisces, let's see what we can do for you. So this is going to be your love reading, love and spirituality reading for March 7th to March 14th of 2022. Can you even believe it, Pisces? I can't. I can't believe it. I can't believe that we're in March of 2022. It feels like we just got through like 2020. Like every day, it feels like a year passes. And I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. Let's shuffle your cards here. So we're going to do 3 cards on top for love. Then we're going to do 3 cards underneath for basically like spirituality or what's going on in your life, what issues are going on, and what resolutions or solutions can be had from said issues. So let's see what we got here. Possibly you guys are dealing with a cold. I'm seeing something with congestion and a runny nose. I don't think it's like a COVID thing, but I do think that there's something here where we're recovering from a cold, or maybe it could be allergies. But March I don't feel like is prime allergy season. I feel like, April, May, but if you guys want to have allergies, I'm not going to stop. I'm also seeing cotton candy as well, so we could be taking our kid to like a park, a theme park. That could be something going on. Or there could be a regaining of innocence, or someone visiting us from the past that we're excited to see. An old friend, if you will. Maybe you're going to go to the Batman movie. I don't know when it comes out. I have no idea. And you can make a living off having no idea. I do it every day. Okay, so let's do this, guys. See what we can do. Did I tell you my website thing? I don't think I told you my website thing. ChanceStarot.com. And please, if you guys are watching this, like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And I've got this down here. It's all wavy and cool looking. I designed these myself to an extent. Not like I didn't make the graphics, but I arranged the graphics. And I'm pleased as punch about that. Peach punch. Pleased as peaches. Pretty sure I was swearing in some language. Okay, so let's do this here. Alright, so in love, this is interesting, Pisces. I think you're too damn mysterious for your own good. Like, you don't even know what you're thinking. So that's going to be an issue. We get the Ace of Swords, okay, upright. 10 of Wands, possibly we're going through a divorce. 10 of Wands in reverse. Page of Swords, not possibly, we're going through a divorce. It feels like it's a divorce, or it feels like it's getting rid of a long-standing relationship that wasn't serving us. So Page of Swords in reverse, there's a lot of mental energy going on when I'm looking at love. It's not like we're focusing on love here. It feels like we're focusing on getting out of it, getting out of love, focusing on other things. And I'm not going to say we're focusing on ourselves, because it doesn't feel like that either. It feels like we're licking our wounds and we're recovering, and that's okay. That's fine. But you know why? What happened? What happened here? Because if I see the Ace of Swords, it's new ideas, it's new ways of thinking. Then I see a Ten of Wands in reverse, not a bad card. It basically means we're trying to unburden ourselves, but we're trying to unburden ourselves, which means there's something that's burdening us. Page of Swords in reverse is not letting go of it's not letting go of like juvenile ways of thinking. So there could be a tendency for you, Pisces, to think in extremes when it comes to love. Like it's not a gradual kind of thing with you. It's like, I'm in love with this person, or I don't like this. It's not like an I don't like this person. It's like, I hate you. You know, that's kind of the situation that I get here. So those two extremes, first off, that sounds awful. But secondly, it takes maturity to get this kind of under control here. And it comes with time. With age comes wisdom. You would hope. Some people are dumb as hell, though. But that's what I'm seeing here, is that it feels like to me that we're trying to focus on new ways of thinking about love. We're trying to focus on what we could do to attract a partner with us and try to be in a better space. You're not necessarily focusing on finding love right now, but you're daydreaming about finding love right now, but you're not actively doing it, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I'm not seeing a lot coming in with love. I wish I could be like, oh, it's going to be by the way. Here's a dad joke. Give me 1 second. I got to think of the dad joke. Because I said one, but there was another one that I heard. Okay, what do you call a bunch of wristwatches that make a belt? A waste of time. I can hear you guys not laughing from here, so that's disappointing. Okay, but let's move on here. Let's move on to your spiritual. Oh. Wow. Okay, there's some energy here. So in the spiritual, we're learning how to just be. We're learning how to focus on just being. And this card coming up here for the very first card in the spiritual, this is the Fountain card. And you'll notice there's an infinity symbol up there. Don't look at that. No, I'm just kidding. It's the infinity symbol represents allowing ourselves to just be, right? Because infinity doesn't try to be anything it's not. It's infinity. It just, it goes on forever and it doesn't apologize for it. Just like us, we need to understand what going on means for us. We need to be ourselves. And a lot of us, and how do you be yourself? How do you do that? A lot of us have adopted habits or traits from other people that are not us. When I say be yourself, it's unlearning the bullshit that we've learned and focusing on us, not focusing on, the things we were taught that were toxic, but unlearning those kinds of traits. Then we get Three of Swords in reverse, and we get Nine of Swords right here. So, Three of Swords in reverse and Nine of Swords. You're unburdening yourself from something, okay? The Three of Swords it can be an emotional card, but it can also be a card because it can be talking about heartbreak. But it can also be a card that could be focusing more on you're focusing on yourself. Maybe we've even done some inner work, or we're going to therapy and we're making breakthroughs. That could be something here, but there's still a sense of anxiety that's looming over you because we have the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is a card that kind of comes in and it says, if you don't listen to me, things are going to happen here, right? I'm holding your sleep hostage and there's nothing you can do about it. Basically, the Nine of Swords is a card that talks about anxiety, it talks about depression, it talks about insomnia. And it's a card that's not a fun card to see in a reading because it focuses on those issues. And it kind of exemplifies that. But if we're feeling this way, and there's a lot of swords here. In fact, a lot of your reading, 2/3 of your reading is swords, okay? For the love and the spiritual part. But what we need to focus on is allowing ourselves to basically just breathe. I feel like there's a tendency to worry way too much about things that are not going to be happening. And I said that in the last reading, if I'm not mistaken, but there's a theme going on here. And when I see the Fountain card next to the Three of Swords in reverse with the Nine of Swords, it's telling a story of someone who thinks that if they worry, that helps the situation, and it doesn't. Worrying is like chewing bubble gum and hoping you solve a math problem by chewing bubble gum. You know what I mean? It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm not getting on your ass for worrying. I worry too every day, but I'm trying to break that habit. I want to be a warrior, not a worrier. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to be either of those, but I'm trying to be in the moment. I'm trying to focus on that. This right here can also be anxiety, in my opinion, is energy that hasn't been expressed or expelled yet. And when I say expelled, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing with our energy? We don't necessarily have to have a job to be happy or do anything like that. But what are we doing with our energy that could make us feel stronger, that could make us feel better, right? Working out, taking a walk, running up to people really fast and saying, give me all your chalupas in a paper bag. I actually did that once. Basically, what are we doing? What are we focusing on that's making us feel like we're not being heard or we're not being listened to? And with our anxiety and our different kinds of feelings, if we have a way of exercising or getting that out or writing or something creative, it's going to make it so that it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it could be, but we need to express it. We need to express it in some way, shape, or form. And if you're really anxious about it, like if you're wondering if someone will see it, I keep a journal on my iPad. And it's password protected. You know, if you have a digital journal source, that's great. If you have a computer, that's good. If it's password protected. If you think someone can see it, get that out of your mind. Do something digital if you can, because I feel like that would be a really good way to express how you feel. And you need to here, because there's a lot that you're feeling. And when you write stuff down and then you read it, it makes you feel like, I can see myself from kind of a different perspective because I'm reading what I wrote. And there tends to be a different kind of narrative that happens in your head when you're reading what you have written. Yes, I said that right. So basically speaking, if we're having anxiety, we're feeling anxious, try to focus on the now moment instead of the past or the future. Okay? And I think you're going to be golden, Pisces. I really do. So thank you guys for watching this. Check out ChanceStarot.com and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. I would appreciate it. Okay. Sagittarius, you old bastard. How you doing? I'm just kidding. You guys aren't bastards or old, okay? We are just age enhanced. That's the new way of saying old. So, this is your love reading, Sagittarius. I probably lost so many people from saying old bastards. This is your love reading for March 7th to March 14th. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this deck of cards, and we're going to see if we can make a story for you. Make a story, a true story, and see what we can get. So basically, we're going to be doing 3 cards for love, and then we're going to be doing 3 cards for life. And that sounds like a band. That sounds like a kick-ass emo band. 3 cards for life is amazing. No, they're not. They're not good. But we're going to be doing 3 cards for love, and then the other 3 cards are going to be what's going on in your life right now, and how can we solve that? Like, what can we do? What steps can we take to resolve that? So let's see what we can do here. And it can touch on love, but not necessarily. And check out my website, ChanceStarot.com. If you guys want to book a reading, if you guys want to do anything like that, check out ChanceStarot.com. I'm making it as we speak. Well, not as we speak. I don't know why I said it that way. I'm making it before and after I did this, so I'm already reading the future for myself. I'm going to be working on it again, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, love for Sagittarius. And then we have the spiritual or the life advice. Okay, things that are going on. So love for Sagittarius. You know what? I'm just going to say it right now. I've been doing this for a minute, for an hour and 20 minutes at this point. And I'm not getting a lot of like cups. I'm not getting a lot of like lovers. I haven't had the lovers come up one time. So a lot of us are dealing with relationships or the lack of relationships at this point in time. And I get the Seven of Wands right here. I get the Five of Coins in reverse, which that's not a bad card when it's in reverse, and I get the Two of Swords. So we're focusing on allowing people to come to us. We're guarded though. We're very guarded. We don't want to have a bad experience again, but we're hopeful that we can attract a partner that's going to be good for us. But we're scared of being vulnerable. Maybe if we're scared, we shouldn't be attracting a partner. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm just going to say it. You guys can do whatever you want. But this to me seems like if we're this anxious about possibly starting a relationship again, maybe we should take a step back. I know that love can be this beautiful thing and it can be this powerful thing, and it absolutely can. 100% it can. But it can also be a bit scary. And especially if we're not feeling like we're ready, but we're feeling kind of like we're rushed into it, because I'm getting a sense that we're rushing into something. We're not necessarily going to hurt ourselves by rushing in, but we need to focus on why do we do what we do? Why are we rushing into a situation where I feel like we could take a little bit of our time, just a little bit, and we could focus on making something better. It feels like, maybe I'm wrong with this, but Sagittarius, it feels like we're trying to sabotage ourselves by rushing into something that we know we're not ready for on some level. And there's nothing wrong with relationships where you're at, right now, they're in life, there's nothing wrong with that. But in this situation here, we're focused way more on the fact that we're looking for these kinds of relationships. We're looking for relationships that will prove to us that we can't be in relationships. And what I mean by that is maybe we keep attracting partners that are avoidant. We keep attracting partners that don't give us the time of day, don't appreciate us. They make us feel lesser than, okay? And if that's the case, you guys, book a reading from my website. I'm going to do a shameless plug and just say, go to my website, ChanceStarot.com. Book a reading from there. We'll talk about it. It's going to be great. All right? But this right here is telling me that why are we going for people that aren't going to treat us well? And then, after we get with those people and they break our hearts, inevitably, then we say, what did I do wrong? We blame ourselves, and then we say, well, I guess I deserve that then. And you don't deserve that. You don't deserve someone who doesn't treat you with respect or who cares for you. But you keep putting yourself in situations where this keeps happening, and then you tell yourself, see, I am a failure. See, I am a loser. And you're not. But you keep putting yourself in these situations just so you can prove to yourself, I guess I'm right. But the joke's on you in this situation, because in no way, shape, or form are you a loser. Okay? You guys are very powerful, very strong. But if we're making life choices that hurt us, we need to look at why we're making those life choices. Okay? And it's not because we're stupid. There can be trauma there, and there can be ways that we can heal from that. There's a lot of people that talk about abuse, narcissistic abuse, different kinds of things on YouTube that relate to this, and it's not the funnest thing to say, go check that out, but it's going to give you a sense of peace. Eventually, it's going to be something that you're going to feel really glad that you did, because it needs to be done. You know what I mean? So, let's look at the spiritual part coming in here. So with the spiritual part, we get the Star card in reverse. Okay. We get the Nine of Wands upright. And then we get the Devil card in reverse. So, Sagittarius. The Star card in reverse is going to be a lack of hope, or feeling like it's hard for us. It's really hard for us to find something or to keep something. You guys are very beautiful souls, and sometimes you got a mouth on you. I'm not going to lie. Sagittarius can talk up a storm, and sometimes you put that foot in your mouth. Again, not going to lie. But ultimately, the heart is very, very pure, and you guys care. You guys care maybe too much about what other people think and how other people kind of conduct themselves around you. You want people to be comfortable. You want people to care how you care. But the thing is that sometimes we're too much of a bleeding heart, and it's good to care. I'm not saying don't care, but what I'm saying is pick wisely what you care about, okay? And then share it with people that also care about that thing. Instead of maybe oversharing or doing something where other people can put us down because we're telling them our life goals or our ambitions, find people that will respect you and appreciate you, and then share those things with them. If we're around somebody and we know that they don't give a shit, don't talk to them about it. Keep the conversation light, keep it tight, okay? Whatever that means. But then we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Devil card in reverse. Now, the Nine of Wands is an interesting card here because it... Let me do this. Sorry. I had to reposition them. The Nine of Wands is like you're almost there. You're almost there. That's what you're telling yourself. I feel like you are. Actually, you're doing pretty good here. But that tendency to be hard on ourselves is just, it's there. It's there and it's strong. And it doesn't need to be there. It does not need to be there. Because I feel like we beat ourselves up more than any bully ever could. And, you know, why? Why? Are we living our lives that wrong? Society likes to tell us how to live our lives, but have you seen society lately? Oh man, they're letting themselves go. They are. The things that society allows, the stupidity that society allows, the narcissistic world leaders that society allows. I'm just saying right now, look at what society has done. There's been some good, yes, but there's been a lot. There's been a lot that society has done that has messed us up. It's set us back. And sometimes dumb people lead society. Narcissistic people lead society. And then we take those opinions into ourselves and we say, why can't I be good enough? Or why can't I do this? Or why can't I do that? I'm telling you right now, it's society's issue. It's not yours. You're trying, you're living, and just existing should be enough. But no. Society says you need to achieve something beyond yourself. You need to have a 401k. You need to get married at 13. You know, I'm exaggerating here to make a point. It's ridiculous. Okay? Everyone wants to be this beacon of success in society. And some of us will be in a financial way and some of us won't be. And we have to realize that it's not because we failed. It's not because... Anyway. The Devil card in reverse, though. This card right here, this is good. This is a good card. This here is telling me that we're recovering from addictions or we're focusing on setting healthier habits for ourselves. This could be diet. This could be reading more. This could be writing, creativity. Basically doing new things or trying new things out and seeing what works or what doesn't work. It's a good card to have because it shows self-growth and self-appreciation. You're almost there. You're almost there to a place where I feel like a relationship could come its way and you would feel good. But I also feel like life in general is something that if we look at it like it's a puzzle, we're missing the point. Life is a journey, not a destination. We're not waiting for our puzzle to be finished. Each day we put down a piece, right? And it's the joy of putting it together that makes life worth living, not getting to a location, not having the puzzle finished and then framing it. And then your kids one day knock it on the floor and then you say, damn it, that's my life puzzle. And then you have to throw it away because there's a lot of dust on the floor. You need to clean. But that's what I'm seeing here, Sagittarius. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And just focus more on allowing hope to come with you. Allowing yourself to have faith in the fact that you're doing enough. You're always doing enough. And I just don't want you to be hard on yourselves. Okay? All right. I'm going to move on to the next reading here. We're going to be doing Scorpio. Hello there, Scorpio. This is going to be your reading from March 7th to March 14th of 2022. And we're going to be doing 3 cards for love and 3 cards for basically like life advice. What's going on in your life that the cards can help with? What kind of problems, what kind of solutions? Sometimes that's love related, sometimes not. But let's looky here. Let's see what we can find. Alrighty. Let's do 2 more shuffles for Scorpio, and then we'll focus on allowing you to watch this reading. I don't know where I was going with that. One more shuffle here. Okay. 3 cards for love, and then 3 cards for spiritual. Okay, we're looking at your love cards first. I'm not looking at the spiritual ones yet. And also, before we get started here, check out ChanceStarot.com. You guys, I offer readings and other services on that website, and I made the website myself. Let me know what you guys think about it. I personally like it, and I would really hate it if you guys didn't like it. Constructive criticism aside, if you don't like it, no, I'm just kidding. Each person has their own preferences, but I've been enjoying making it, so I've just been having fun with it. I'm a nerd when it comes to doing stuff like that. I'm a nerd when it comes to anything. Like I'm a nerd with napkins, if you can imagine what that looks like. So let's do this here. So for love, we have Judgment in reverse. Kind of hard to see that one. It's basically it's a bunch of people. You're gonna think this sounds really weird because it sounds like I'm describing a fever dream. It's a bunch of people sitting inside of trumpets with sheer blankets over them, and they're naked. Right? It literally describes the dream I had last night. It was a fun dream. But anyway, so we're going to do this here. We got 2 of Wands also. But then we get the Ace of Cups here, which is good. Okay? So this is the first cup card I think we've had that's in a positive direction, that's focusing on, actual love or relationships. And we're on Scorpio. There's only 2 more signs after this, so just saying. So Ace of Cups. I'm kind of drawn to that one first. Normally I read left to right, but today I'm reading right to left. Books do not make sense to me this way, but it's interesting. You start at the end and end at the beginning. Harry Potter's a different book when you do it that way. All right, so Ace of Cups here is new relationships, new energy, new life coming in, and it feels like possibly in the springtime. There could be a lot of relationships coming in. I'm seeing a diamond as well, which to me is the birthstone for April, so that could be something happening in April. Maybe there's even a trip in April for you guys, and then I'm seeing someone clap their hands. It's going to be a sudden trip. It's going to be something that happens quickly. But the Judgment card that we had in reverse, and then the 2 of Wands. Judgment is about purpose, and maybe we felt like we should have been in a relationship a while ago, or we feel like, man, I need to be in one. I need to have that because my friends have it, or because so-and-so has it. I want to have a relationship too, and it's like, great. You guys want to have a relationship? Awesome. But don't get in a relationship. Don't have one of your reasons be because my friends are doing it. Have your reasons be because you yourself are already complete enough to understand what a relationship takes, and you're just looking for someone that complements you, not completes you, okay? I don't believe in this 50% thing. That creates codependence. We need to have something where we're 100% okay with us to an extent, and then we find a partner that can also be okay with us. And that one isn't to an extent. That one is like, we need that. We need trust, we need love, we need appreciation. Those go without saying. But I'm going to say them anyway because I like to talk. So that's what I'm seeing here. We then get the Two of Wands. I see this card and I'm thinking Leo energy. We could be dealing with a fickle Leo. Okay, and fickle Leo is sounds like a Shakespearean character. Fickle Leo. He's coming here to be indecisive. That's what I'm seeing here. You could be dealing with a sarcastic, indecisive person. Someone who covers up vulnerabilities with humor. And I'll admit, some of the jokes I feel like would be pretty funny. Pretty damn good. Not as good as my dad jokes. But not everyone can be that good. So essentially here, if you're dealing with this Leo person, if it's like a fickle connection, give it time to see if it progresses into something else. It doesn't feel like this person's bad or anything, but it does feel like this person would have a tendency to not, I guess to be oblivious would be the way I would describe it. So if you're dealing with that kind of person, don't put your life on hold to try to deal with them, and subscribe and like the video if you guys wouldn't mind. But that's what I'm seeing here. So there's new relationships coming in, possibly in April. I don't feel like it's going to be this month. It feels like it's going to be April. There could be some relationships coming in, but why do we want to have a relationship? You know, and I want to tell you guys right now, getting in a relationship is amazing, but it will slowly upend your life. It will slowly, everything that you were before, or everything that you were doing before, for a moment, gets kind of shifted around. And until you understand how this person exists in your life, or how they complement it, or what they do, or whatever it happens to be, you're going to kind of be thinking like, what the hell? What's going on here? And that's actually pretty normal to be thinking that way. But yeah, just be aware what you're getting into. Being in a relationship is beautiful and it's wonderful, but there's also some hard parts too. But if we find a good partner, they help us through those hard parts. We don't go through them alone, okay? They're partners, not hardeners. Hardeners. It sounded like it would rhyme in my head, and it really didn't. Anyway. I don't want to bore you with what I'm talking about. So for spiritual issues and problems with life, I get the Seven of Coins in reverse. I get the Knight of Swords in reverse, and I get the Death card upright. Okay. The Death card is kind of interesting, oh, that's not the Death card. Hold on. The Death card is kind of interesting, and it represents you, Scorpio. The Death card is your card. So basically right here, Seven of Coins, going out and getting what it is that we want. Possibly it could be physical items, but when it's in reverse, there's a tendency here to not do this in a graceful way. Maybe we tend to rely on others instead of ourselves, which is, that's okay. That's okay. As long as no one else has a problem with it and we're doing that, that's great. But we could be relying on other people for self-esteem. We could be relying on other people to make us feel good about ourselves. And that, to me, that's a problem. Because if these other people aren't around, then what happens to the self that we've been building up, right? We need to build up an authentic self, a true self. But I feel like right now, we're with a lot of people, like people that could be yes men or yes women, right? People that don't necessarily see us for who we are, but I don't see them as negative people necessarily, but it's like they just agree with us. They don't know how to help us. That's the kind of situation I'm seeing here. And the Knight of Swords in reverse is an interesting card because it's focusing on extremist ways of thinking, or extreme ways of thinking. Basically, if we have really black and white thinking, which I'm thinking for Scorpio at this point in time, we're dealing with that. We're dealing with black and white thinking where it's like it's either all good or it's all bad. That way of thinking is so limited because it blocks out anything else from coming in. When we think it's all good or it's all bad, we don't allow the other option to come in. If it's all bad, we don't allow good to come in. And if it's all good, we will allow bad to come in because that's how humans work. It's fun, isn't it? But I'm feeling primarily that we could be dealing with an air sign too, because Knight of Coins can be an air sign. That could be a very mean Libra, Aquarius, like a very mean Libra, a cold Aquarius, an even colder Aquarius, I should say, or not an indecisive Gemini, but like a passive aggressive Gemini, I guess would be the way I would describe it. I swear that fell down right there. That's held in a weird way too. That kind of moved interestingly. Okay. The Death card though here is things are going to change in your life, and whether you're with it or against it, things will change, and I feel like it's going to be for the better. But we need to focus on allowing things to change for us. We need to focus on a little bit of death each day. And what I mean by that is it's change. Death is about change. Death is about things transitioning, moving on, realizing that we can't hold on forever to things that were once there. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. There's going to be some new energy coming in for you, Scorpio. And yeah, I'm feeling like April's going to be your month, but make this month your month too. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to go to Taurus now. Hello there, Taurus. How are you doing? This will be your love reading from March 7th to March 14th, 2022. Crazy to say that. And I'm going to be shuffling the cards here. We're going to be doing 3 cards for love, and we're going to be doing 3 cards for basically like life advice. What's going on in your life, and what advice do the cards have on how to resolve that, or just advice in general. So, as I'm shuffling the cards here, you guys check out ChanceStarot.com. That is my website that I am currently making, and I'm having fun with it. And you guys can check it out and see kind of what services I offer and how I do that. My website before I felt was janky as hell, so I'm getting a new website and a new YouTube banner, profile picture. I've been doing a lot of work lately. It's been like 20 hours of work in 2 days on this website. So check it out. Give her a look-see and see what's going on. That voice right there, that reels in the women. I'm just going to say it, guys. You were thinking it. I'm just going to say it out loud. That's going to be good. All right, all right, all right. Let's do this, guys. Let's see what we got here for our Tauruses out there. Now, as you can tell, I'm really excited. Can't hide it, right? I can't hide the excitement I'm feeling. But let's see what we got for Taurus for love. Okay, immediately I felt a pressure and a push on my shoulders, and I've got these cards. We get the 3 of Coins, the Tower, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So 3 of Coins in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Tower card. Okay? This, to me, is focusing on like a complete reset. Like, and when I say a complete reset, it's like shut it down. Shut it down. We're starting over. We didn't do it right the first time. This is saying that we're looking into starting something else. We're looking into starting something more, I want to say the word efficient. Seems like a weird way to describe love. But you're wanting something that's true to you. We could be dealing with a cheater, right? This could be something where, and I'm hearing the name like Harvey or Henry or like something with an H. Maybe even like a Henrietta kind of person. But it feels like to me that this, and by the way, Henrietta, I mean, that's not a common name anymore. Or was it ever? Anyway. But if we're dealing with this kind of situation, I'm seeing the Tower, and then I'm seeing possibly September, October. Last year, there could have been a situation that happened, and we're still dealing with it now, which is fine, because there's no time limit on dealing with anything, but we're letting things fall apart so that new things can build up and be better for us. But on that journey, it's not a fun journey. It's not something that we look at and we're like, oh, this is great. It's something that we look at and we're like, oh my God. Okay. So it's not a bad thing to look at these things as kind of it's like a stepping stone, but it does feel like you're starting over. It feels like you're literally saying, I feel like you're saying something along the lines of not again, and then you're starting over. So you're not giving up, but you're starting from square one. I don't know what this is, honestly. It could be maybe you got kicked out of your living situation, and so you're trying to find something else. You're having to start over that way. You could be dealing with someone like that, like someone who's just kind of heartless and going about that. But you're not giving up, which is awesome, because whatever you're going through, you let it inspire you eventually, or you let it keep you moving. And I feel like that's really important, because in this day and age, we get caught up on the little things, and it's hard for us to see through the bigger things. And I feel like for you, Taurus, I feel like you're doing really good here. You're persevering, and that needs to be applauded, okay? Not by me, but by somebody. No, I'm just kidding. That needs to be applauded, because you are someone that I feel like is resilient and strong, and you definitely have power here. But we're not shown how much power we have. We rarely are, Taurus. We're rarely, and I'm saying we because I'm a Taurus as well, sun sign. But we rarely are shown the strength that we have. Other people can see it. Other people know that it's within us, but we don't see it for ourselves. And I feel like you're starting to see that strength and that resiliency when it comes to love, relationships, and life in general. But let's look at your life situation here and see what we can find. Okay. So we have the World in reverse, the Hanged Man upright, which looks like it's in reverse, and the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, if you guys are just listening to this, that was a lot of silence and kind of ASMR sounds. Okay, so the World card here in reverse is you're working on letting things go and moving forward, but you didn't have a choice in it. As you get more stable in life, you're going to have a choice on how fast and how forward you're going to be moving here. So I'm going to say, when I see the World in reverse, it's going to be you slowing yourself down, because things are moving along, and that's great, but there could be a fear from what happened before seeping into this. Okay? And I understand. I get it. I can understand why there would be fear here. You shouldn't feel bad about that, because it's kind of life, right? It's just kind of how life is. And when I see the Hanged Man, and then I see the Four of Wands in reverse, the Hanged Man and the Four of Wands in reverse, this is going to feel like we need to change our perception to build something stable. And you're doing a good job, you're doing good, but maybe we can let other people help us too, people that we trust and people that we care about. If we can let other people help us, that's great. If it's just us, that's also great. I don't want you to feel pressure. But this is saying that we need to learn how to be vulnerable again with other people, because if we keep building walls, yes, that's a way to survive. That is a way to survive. But we want to go from surviving to thriving, and we don't get there. We don't get there by building up walls that are 10 feet high and 5 feet thick. You know what I mean? We get there. We get there from allowing things to happen to us, even though they can be painful. We take the lessons and we learn, right? And that's the one thing that can happen in relationships or in life in general, is that when something happens, as humans, we can learn from it and we can grow from it. Other animals, I don't think, have that as much. I'm pretty sure it's just a human thing, you know, but that's what I'm seeing here, Taurus. And I think just keep on keeping on, have that persevering attitude in love and in life, and I feel like you're going to do amazing, okay? So, Taurus, that is your reading for March 7th to March 14th. Thank you, guys. Check out ChanceStarot.com, and yeah, toodaloo, everybody. Bye-bye. Virgo, how are you doing? Are you going to verse stop after you, Virgo, or is this kind of a continuous thing? This is going to be your March 7th to March 14th of 2022 reading. We're going to be doing 3 cards for love, and we're going to be doing 3 cards for Liffy, or life. Some people pronounce it life, I pronounce it Liffy. And we're going to see kind of what we can come up with. So, hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm going to be shuffling the cards here. So like I said, 3 cards for love and 3 cards for like life advice from the cards, problem versus solution kind of a thing. Problem and solution. Anyway. And if you guys want to, you can check out my website, ChanceStarot.com, and please like and subscribe if you wouldn't mind doing that for yours truly. All right, let's see what we can come up with here, Virgo. Okay, here we go, Virgo. We're going to be doing 3 for love. Wow. Then we're going to be doing 3 for spiritual. I'm not looking at the spiritual ones yet, but I am looking at all the love ones. Oh. So, Virgo, we get the 2 of Cups. Really good card to start out with for a love reading. And then we get the Page of Cups. Okay, and then we get Temperance in reverse. And then I'm hearing the word bubbly, which to me could be, we're very giddy and excited. It feels like things are moving along for us in a relationship. Maybe there's even 2 or 3 people that are interested in us, not just one, not just a lonely son of a bitch. We're talking about multiple people. And when I see 2 of Cups with Page of Cups, it could be that we're very, very excited, and maybe we need to simmer down just a little bit. Like we need to just kind of take it down just a teeny bit. And the reason I'm saying that is because of this. We get the 2 of Cups, and then we get the Page of Cups, and then we get Temperance in reverse. Temperance is literally in 2 things finding themselves. I view it as nature's justice card. Okay? It's 2 things trying to balance themselves and trying to either make something new altogether or just kind of be cohesive. And when this is in reverse, it could be that we're wanting a relationship, but we're not knowing how to ask for it with somebody. So we could be having a situation here, and maybe there's sex, or maybe there's something else going on, but there's not necessarily a commitment from the person. And that, to me, feels like something that you might want to discuss, right? There's nothing wrong with just having sex or just having hookups or whatever it happens to be. Nothing wrong with that at all. But as long as both of you know where it's going or how it's leading here. If one of you is starting to develop feelings and the other one isn't, that to me can be an issue because you're going to be hurting yourself. Okay? So that's kind of what I could see be going on here. What I could see that could be going on here. I feel like the best advice I could give, and you could be dealing with a Sagittarius too. You could be dealing with a very eclectic, possibly mean Sagittarius, but someone that could be coming in here and being like, you know, I'm getting big bad wolf imagery, which to me is like someone who doesn't let you do your own thing, someone who comes in and kind of stomps all over your stuff, not maybe physically, but kind of like you can't talk about things you're excited about with this person because it's like immediately shot down, or immediately the conversation goes to them. So narcissistic behavior, maybe slightly, maybe partly. But that's what I'm getting here. So I feel like things are going good though. But if you are dealing with a possible sign right here and you're thinking of dating this one, I would honestly say don't. You're an adult, you can do your own things. But this here seems like a dangerous situation, a weird situation. Yeah, so I would say don't date this person. But know that there are some people that are suited for us, and this person right here seems like they are, but they're just touching on our insecurities just right. Chef's keys, just right. But when we work through self-love and self-guidance and self-appreciation and gentleness with the self, that's when we can really start to see how people treat us. And you can learn a lot about somebody. I'm going to say this right now. When you go on a date with somebody, you can learn so much about that person with 2 things, okay? One of them is going to be how does this person treat other people that are in a job position, like a waiter or a waitress or whatever. How does this person treat people like that? Okay, you can learn a lot about their character from that. And you can also learn a lot about somebody by saying your boundaries and seeing how they react. Okay, Like, for instance, if someone's trying to just get in your pants, okay, because there's always something in there. But if someone's trying to get in your pants and you say, I don't appreciate that, I don't want to do that, if the person reacts all huffy and like you offended them, when it obviously wasn't going that way anyway, then you know that that person won't be the right one for you, because you setting a boundary makes them upset. So setting boundaries can be a really good way to see how people are too. Don't just manipulate people and say things that aren't true, but if someone says something you don't agree with, or someone, just say, I don't appreciate that, and see how they react. See how they respond to that, because you can learn a lot about a person from that. Okay, let's look at life advice here. And I get the Four of Coins, or Coins, as it says on there. And then I get the Eight of Coins, or coins, I guess, for other people. So Four of Coins in reverse, Eight of Coins. That's not a bad card, though, Four of Coins in reverse. And then we have the Judgment card here. So you're looking at starting a new purpose or focusing on that. This could be college. This could be schooling. The debt could be an issue, though. Some of you might want to be doctors. Some of you might want to be like puppeteers, the ones that make the little marionettes that dance around. Marionettes, Mario and Luigi. But that's what I'm seeing here. It's like maybe we're getting a higher education, or maybe we're getting educated on how to be high, which in today's age, so many things. CBD, THC, DMT, PCP. Last one's not, no. But when I see this, Four of Coins in reverse is getting ourselves out of a situation where we feel like powerless, and focusing on building ourselves up. And the Eight of Coins here, literally I view this as the student or the study card, because it's someone putting something together, okay? And this person, they know what they're doing. This guy, he goes to IKEA and gets the Cuban house, and that's what this is, and he assembles it himself. All the tools are included, so it's great. The Judgment card, though, is, and this is upright. This is one of the few instances, because people keep getting this one, and it's in reverse. But when I see this and it's upright, this is your purpose. This is something you're doing. You're going out there and you're trying to achieve something, and you're doing it. You're doing a good job. I just don't want you to beat yourself up for something that isn't happening, because right now, right here, the Judgment card is coming in, and it's saying keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Maybe there's a little bit of debt. Maybe it can be hard doing college and a job at the same time, but this isn't forever. And eventually it does get easier, and eventually life enters into a more quiet space. Having mouth spasms like crazy. But that's what I'm getting here for you, Virgo. So it seems like there's some good stuff coming your way. And I feel like as long as you allow yourself to change and go with the changes, it's going to be good. But you have to be open. You have to be open to these changes. And with that, guys, we are done with this video. Like and subscribe if you guys wouldn't mind. I would appreciate it. And I am live every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. I know it says Wednesday on there. I didn't have time to change that, but live every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. And check out my website, ChanceStarot.com. I would really appreciate it. You would really appreciate it. And yeah, so everybody take care. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tonight. Toodaloo, everybody. Bye-bye.